It's December 4th, 2023, and we're in between. On a mass macro scale, we've come through a veil, a very, very significant veil. And this veil represents many things. Only you know what that means for your life, your spiritual path, your past, present, and future, what it means for your soul journey. We're in between the former and what is to come. We're in between. We can't go back to the old. There's no way to go back to the old. Even if we wanted to try to take the old back and get it back, we can't even do that. We can't go back to the old. That is over. It is behind us. It is finished. And we're in this in-between place of the veil. And it's a great place of trust. It's a place of surrender. It's a place of humbling. In my opinion and experience of experiencing this in-between place of the veil, the greatest thing that I feel God, the Holy Spirit saying to me is to lean into the humbling, to even verbalize it, share it authentically, to not be presumptuous about what is to come, but more so to focus on the humbling of the veil and the in-between place. It's a realization that we aren't who we were. We can't go back to who we were, where we were, consciously, spiritually, in this life. And we don't yet know. We may have glimpses or visions of where we are headed in the kingdom, but we don't know. We haven't walked there. We haven't experienced it. It is unknown. We may have excitement. We may have anticipation. And something calls us to be present where we are, not to hope or not to project out into the future, but to be right here in between in the veil. Humanity is in a veil, and it probably will be for this generation. There is a pioneer, there is a wave of pioneers who are cresting this move, but probably won't see the fullness of the outcome. But it's why we came here. It was part of the purpose of why we came. To be in the in-between, to bridge the gap. To be present in that bridge and in this moment, to learn how to be present in the in-between, where the ego has to let go of the past and all the accolades and all the regrets and all the things that attached us to the past, all of the control that we had, all the things we could hold on to that helped the ego not to fear. The ego has to let go. And then the ego cannot attach to the future either. But it must just rest in love, in stillness, while everything shakes. Who was it, Elijah? great prophet seen in the scriptures, was in a great whirlwind and heard the voice of God not in the wind, not in the noise, but in a whisper. You got to be in a quiet place. We have to be in a quiet presence to hear a whisper, the whisper of God, like a feather. It is weightless and yet carries upon it such weight. The assurance of love that we are okay. We are okay. Not only does it not matter what man thinks of us, it doesn't matter what we think of ourselves. The divine presence of God in us is our very essence. It is who we are. It is where we live. It is home. It is the kingdom. It is ever expanding and ever creating. It is life eternal. It is the energy of God and it can never die. And we are awakening and becoming aware in the whirlwind, in the whisper of the whirlwind. We are becoming aware of the highest truth. When we cannot hold on to the past and all of its past glories, past stories, and we cannot hold on to the future. We have the greatest thing that we can be assured of and rest in and awaken to more and more, and that is that we are this divine love, and it is our home. And as we surrender, we fall into love, and everything lets go. Everything lets go. We let go of control, fear, projection, anxiety, panic. We let go of ego's need to be accepted, liked, seen, lifted up. We just let go and we flow. We flow in the spirit. We flow in the Holy Spirit, in this divine love. And we are renewed with strength in this body. Truth causes our DNA to arise, to stand up, to receive the life of God, to renew it. Our nervous system lets go of toxicities and hidden dark energies, iniquities, compacted traumas. We let go as we flow with the Holy Spirit and divine love. In the whisper of the whirlwind. We can't pay tomorrow's bills. We can't guess what the markets will be. We can't fix our children. We can't make our career what we want it to be. In this moment, we can just flow in the Holy Spirit. And we receive the healing of the Most High from within. And we receive the direction of the flow that always initiates life. It's full of passion, and yet it rests. It's full of truth, and yet it never needs to prove itself. It never needs to convince, manipulate, or control. We let go and we flow. And we rest in the heart of God, which is always this present moment of surrender.